I will try my best again to explain a concept that might make you feel that you are one with the rest and the rest is not very different from you. Of course, this is just a theory, just a concept, but let me mention. So, scientists have discovered, theorized that there was an event called Big Bang, and we are heading towards heat death of the universe. The Big Bang means that all the matter, energy, everything was condensed at the one point, and then it quickly expanded, and the expansion will keep going. The energy will dissipate into the universe, and no more usable energy will be left. And at that point, no life could exist, hence no consciousness. But let's look at it from a different perspective in considering yin and yang principles. So here, um, the orange star shows the time of the Big Bang, and the heat death of the universe, the green star, and the time, our time perception as humans, as biological life, flows from Big Bang to heat death of the universe. Now let's realize some things. Let's focus on the position distribution of of things, of particles, and of beings, and the energy distribution during the Big Bang. So, as you might guess, everything was so condensed at a point. That means that during the Big Bang, the distribution of particles, it was very unlikely, and the distribution of energy, it was very likely because it was all over among particles. The distribution of energy was very likely, and as the time evolved, the particles spread all over the universe, meaning um, flew towards, progressed towards a state that is very likely. So this is the concept of entropy. The thermodynamics is all about that, and it became the position of the particles became more and more likely. And but if you focus on the energy, the states of the energy became more and more unlikely. Not many people mention about this. That when we mention about the heat death of the universe, the distribution of, the entropy, we think about the position. If you focus on energy, it becomes the distribution of energy is becoming less and less likely, meaning at the end it will approach to zero for every particle, meaning you observe every particle and it has zero energy. And as you might guess, this is very unlikely. It's like tossing a coin trillions of times and getting the same result, um, close to zero. So as you might guess, something fishy going on here. And so the universe, I think, um, so let's mention about consciousness as well, because I think this comes into play here. I have mentioned before that when things organize or disorganize, consciousness arises. When they organize, there are positive feelings, and depending on the shape of the organization, depending on the connections, the structure of the organization, different feelings, different all types of experiences arise, and during this integration, um, negative feelings are being felt, And again, depending on the type of the disintegration, the structure of the system that is being disintegrating, um, and yeah, the um, how to say, the pattern of disintegration, different negative feelings are being felt. Um, that's of course my um, opinion and my belief in a way. But it is based on logic, right? So according to this, we are beings going against the usual thermodynamical laws. So we are trying to go from the heat death of the universe to the Big Bang as biological life forms. We are trying to form more and more unlikely states of position. And how we do this? We tap into the energy flow. And I will here hypothesize that uh, the rest of the universe is doing the same, but in the opposite time direction. That is, there are beings going from the heat death of the universe towards the Big Bang, and that their time perception is in this direction. So if you record a video and play it in reverse, these are the beings. Let's say um, a glass being broken when you reverse the time, you see that it acts as if it is intelligent being coming into existence from the chaotic states. So this I think that this type of organizations in the opposite time direction also have its consciousnesses, and um, I might guess at this point, just like the uh, beings who organize in the towards Big Bang tap into the energy flow. Um, the beings who organize towards the head death of the universe might tap into the position, uh, the organization of position, and they rely on each other just like yin and yang. And this cycle is infinite, basically. It goes on, and um, so you might guess, you might ask the question, um, how this organization happens. In biological life, it happens with uh, biological evolution, also based on physical laws that probably have evolved as well. So as I said before, I think the physical laws are also evolved entities. I think everything, they are all evolved entities. And these life forms, the DNA of these life forms that is moving in the opposite time direction, I think they might be also like physical laws. Um, our evolution, biological evolution, not just depend on our DNA progressing, the DNA information being transmitted through time, but it also depends on the physical laws transmitted through time. So it is kind of like the concept that brings everything together in a way, sees everything as a whole, uh, and how the opposites complement each other, and how consciousness might arise. And when you realize these things, if this is true, it means that um, everything is conscious, and we are basically consciousness, and the physical laws are also lead to consciousness, and the consciousness leads to physical laws. They might be the same thing, and we might call this God. So what is God in this type of understanding? Um, it is just, um, of course, we can't still we can explain this with words, try to conceptualize all these things, and we will never be able to really say what God is, what is existence. We can just feel it and experience it by our consciousnesses, and that is it. Um, and such understanding of such concepts might help people understanding, expanding their consciousnesses to other possibilities, so they will feel um, more connected, one with the rest, and they will feel um, more harmonious with the rest, that they will realize, well, the other things are doing the same things. Our focus might be at different things, and this is just another way of saying that um, we are just one thing observing itself. Okay, so I hope this made sense. This is my the latest state of, how to say, opinion about these issues, how things might come um, uh, together to, you know, form a kind of logical, magical way of existence. And of course, let me mention that these gifts that are playing the normal distribution, being dispersed, should have been played in reverse here to make sense, but um, I couldn't make it play in reverse. I couldn't find. I don't have time. My time is limited right now. I must go somewhere. So I just wanted to prepare this video quickly and share it. So thank you very much for listening. Go vegan and live harmoniously. Um, if you expand your consciousness, your perception to bigger and bigger entities, um, such as you are born in a culture. If you just focus on your culture, you might not be harmonious with the rest of with the rest of the with the nature, let's say. So when you expand to nature, you become harmonious with nature. But this is the thing that I mentioned here. The whole thing is just a theory. So give it the benefit of the doubt and be harmonious with Mother Nature, with biological life. This is the best you can do. Okay, see you in another video.